所以那时候我们做了一个很大的抉择，就是我们戒掉了很多淀粉，就是那种食品添加物的东西都不吃，所以我们开始吃燕麦，我们把米啊什么都戒掉了，然后去 Costco 买了大包的燕麦，自己回来煮。那个煮的方式又不是加像早上麦片那种方式，我们把它当做粥，煮咸的，所以各种你可以想到粥的口味，我都用燕麦煮成。对，所以加皮蛋的也有啊，然后加丝瓜的也有啊，就是各种口味的燕麦粥，然后就这样持续吃了大概半年。
Okay.
对。
Yeah, so you started a pretty significant dietary change also to go with your exercise. But then one of the main reasons is because you met your husband at that time who wanted to lose weight. In fact, James, we also interviewed, talked about he has a pretty significant transformation. Yeah, so you started to cut out sugar, and also you feel that dietary change for somebody who is overweight is probably an easier starting point because it's very difficult to exercise with that kind of heavy, that amount of weight that you have to carry. Yeah, so you start to let them know what to avoid, what to eat, and what not to eat, cutting out the deep fried stuff, all the added sugar, the processed foods. But one of the things that you end up focusing on is replacing the simple carbohydrates with oatmeal, and it's plain oatmeal. It's not even like sugared up oatmeal for breakfast. It's like plain oatmeal cooked as rice porridge and made mostly salty, like even with like salty eggs and stuff. Yeah. So what is your experience with eating 6 months and having 6 months of eating a lot of oatmeal? 所以你6个月这样子的燕麦的饮食下来，后来有什么经历到什么样的变化？
就是吃完之后，我以为会更健康，结果我发生一件我从来没有发生过的事情，就是我严重过敏。然后那一阵子的过敏是我每天早上醒来就会一直不断打喷嚏，然后流鼻水，然后大概1个小时时间我没有办法正常工作，就是一直在那边哈啾哈啾这样子，对，就是很累。然后我们那时候其实也没有意识到是可能吃了燕麦的关系，只是觉得我是换了环境才造成的嘛，因为刚好那时候也是立即要搬家的时候，其实在之前我会对灰尘过敏。然后我在想，可能是房间不干净，刚搬家很多灰尘，但是过了3个月、5个月，我怎么过敏还是一样这么严重，甚至严重到我去看医生，然后吃过敏药去把我那个症状压下来，我才可以完全的觉得我呼吸到空气，不然在那5个月的时间，我鼻子永远都是塞住的。对。
Yeah, so one unexpected outcome of eating a lot of oatmeal is actually allergies. So your allergy was so serious that it couldn't really even work, that you're constantly having to sneeze or blow your nose, and at first you thought it was just dust, but in fact after you moved and you clean up the house, everything is clean, but you still continue, allergy continue, in fact, so much so that you have to take allergy medicine just so that you can have some normal breathing and be able to work. 对，那后来怎么样发觉说，原来这个出问题是有可能是出在燕麦。So what made you discover that maybe oatmeal is the culprit？ 因为很多人不会想到说，
对，不会以为不是那一件事情。后来我们去上了一个健康的课程，然后其实就有提到所有的淀粉来源是什么。我们其实一直以为白米精致的嘛不好，那或许燕麦不错，或许小麦不错，或许什么什么。如果有带壳的糙米也不错，会用这种方式去思考。但是后来我们去上了课以后，发觉其实这些东西原来是不错，但是因为产量的关系，他们在生产过程中为了要大量的可以有很好的收获，所以他们会添加了很多，应该是所谓的那叫什么？
甲磷酸，
对，
除草剂，
那个叫做算是除草剂，对，除草剂去增加它的产量。那些除草剂会累积在食物里面，就是我们想的那些好的燕麦啊那些里面。那食物是好的没有错，但是累积的这些东西我们吃进去了，虽然那个对人的影响很少，但是长期累积，尤其就是累积6个月之后，那就是会突然爆发的事情。然后再加上我们后来也有更精准的去控制我们的饮食状态，吃得更健康， 然后就会造成这些以前累积的东西就突然爆发出来，包含我长期的去吃了一些饼干啊、chips 啊这些食品添加物的东西，其实就一并爆发。
所以可能是一些那种排毒的过程当中，反而是让一些机制引起的。
对。
Yeah. So, yeah, it is very interesting. We think something that is supposedly healthy, and then you're right. Food in its natural form is healthy, but oftentimes in the modern cultivation process, because these things we want to have higher yield, we use chemicals to control the weeds, and especially most of the oatmeal is contaminated with glyphosate, and so that seems to be accumulating in your system. So when that is released because you were doing a cleaner diet, and in fact it triggered a worse allergy response. 对，那后来你怎么样去解决你这个过敏的问题？
其实一开始还是不太相信，说怎么可能会这么严重？就是我吃这个应该很健康吧，所以我那时候也不断做尝试，就是我不吃燕麦了，我戒掉燕麦了，但是我去吃了其他东西，比如说像是面条啊这种，或是一些其他的像藜麦这种添加这种健康的米或者是淀粉。那我发现我吃了以后过敏又发作了，那我一戒掉过敏就没事。对，但虽然说是没事，是发作的那个频率啦，我还是陆陆续续的有，但是那个发作会，如果我有吃的话，大概这2-3天都会一直不断的早上起来又会回不到之前鼻子塞住啊，然后一直打喷嚏的状况。然后我一戒掉再回复2-3天，我好像大概可能2个礼拜再发作一次吧。那个频率变得蛮大的。对，只要去吃了之后就会发作，不吃就没事，然后就会促使我去思考，好像是真的我对这些东西会有过敏反应。
Yeah, so through just dietary experimentation, you discover that it's not just oatmeal, but even things that are other wheats, like if you eat noodles or cookies, or if you're not eating so clean, even things like other grain like plants. If you eat it, you will have almost immediate reaction for the next few days. And if you stop, then the frequency of these flare-ups will be much less. Instead of continuing for several days a week, you'll be just maybe every couple of weeks. And so you can feel the difference. 所以你是实际体会到这种差别，有吃跟没有吃的那差别。
对，有时候还是会不想要戒口，口腹之欲，吃一下应该没关系吧？就隔天就发作了。对，
那你对油类有什么反应吗？有没有注意到这方面？What about your reaction to oils, different types of oils?
有，那时候就是为了要调健康的饮食，所以我们去特别超市买了我们想可能很健康的油。我们第一个想的是橄榄油，但是那时候超市找不到橄榄油，我们就找了一个芥花油，感觉那瓶子很高级，应该还蛮贵，就是爷爷买起来蛮贵的。那我们就去吃了芥花油，所以在那一段时间的饮食就是有芥花油的介入，所以我觉得我的状况更严重，也是因为那个油品的关系。到后面我们把芥花油都全部戒掉，然后换成奶油。之后身体就慢慢变好了。对，然后在吃了这些所谓的多元饱和脂肪酸的油品之后，其实对于身体的健康啊，或是饥饿感也会降，就是不会这么容易饥饿。对，然后皮肤状况也变好。
Yeah, so even oils and fats are also pretty significant. So you're wanting to eat healthier, so you want to look for good oil, and you end up with canola oil, which is what everybody tells us is very healthy, right? Because it has polyunsaturated fat, it's supposed to lower your cholesterol. But in fact, your response wasn't so great. It wasn't until you replaced that with more butter or coconut oil or olive oil, where it's the saturated or monounsaturated oil that you become healthier, and then these physiological symptoms start to reduce. 所以很有意思，我们对所谓的健康食品饮食的这个概念，有时候 很像不是外面
对，
一般
不是外面
大家在
想的这
讲的这样
样子，真的是用自己的身体去测试之后，你才会知道哦，原来不是这么一回事。对。